Now this is the Showing Great Potential podcast, episode 1, where me and Archie will discuss our teams of the decade. If you guys want to comment your team of the decade, please feel free. I'm interested to see what other people think. I do want to preface though, when this decade started, I was 8 years old and Archie was 10 years old. So, not the greatest footballing minds, you can imagine, but I feel like we've developed quite well and we've given it a good go. So, I hope you guys do enjoy this podcast and tune into the next one. Are we going anyway?
Yeah, this podcast is sponsored by honey.com.
Now, Honey will save you money when you try and go on the internet.
Wiz did a Honey advert yesterday.
Did he? How did he do that?
He just copied the Mr. Beast on.
Essentially, I've called Archie here today because I was intrigued. I wanted to hear his ideas for the team of the decade, featuring 5 honourable mentions and 5 predictions for the next decade coming up. And Archie, how long does that take you to sort that out?
Not too long.
Not too long.
I had it done pretty quick.
But
I think I got some controversial ones.
I think I've went mainly safe, to be honest with you. I think I've just went.
I've got a few controversial ones from what I heard you saying.
Should we get right in then? Should we?
Yeah. Tell them what you got.
Should we start with the predictions? A little bonus.
Tell them the sections.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you some 5 predictions for the next decade of football. So from 2020 to 2029, 5 predictions of things that we think will happen within that time. Then, after that, we're going to hit you up with the honourable mentions before we get into the 23-man squad, where we'll give you the reserves, the substitutes, and then finally the first 11. So, I think we should get right into it in that aspect. My first prediction is that in the next decade, Manchester City will win the Champions League.
Okay. Pretty. Does that count if they do it like this year?
Yeah, it's 2020, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, that's.
Have you got the same one or a similar?
No, I haven't got any. I got 2 Champions League ones.
I have another Champions League one. I've got PSG will win the Champions League.
I got PSG will win it back to back.
PSG will win it back to back. That's a bold one.
And my other Champions League one is a UCL underdog win.
Oh really?
Like Porto or Chelsea.
Okay. So yeah, those are like my 2 Champions League ones.
I don't even know who could be an underdog. That's good
Ajax.
Enough.
Leicester potentially. You never know. Do you think PSG will win that back to back this side, this closer side of the decade, or the further side?
When they got Kylian and Neymar.
What?
I think they're going to win it this year, and they'll probably win it next year.
Yeah, I think they might win it this year as well. Kylian, 20 years old, and he's got by the end of the decade he'll be 30.
But what have you got? I saw you had a Mbappe one.
I've got Mbappe will win the Ballon d'Or 3 times at least.
I got 2 Ballon d'Or based ones. My first one is that Neymar's going to win the Ballon d'Or before Mbappe.
I've put Neymar Ballon d'Or in there as well. I've said that Neymar will win the Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or before Mbappe for me though.
I think Neymar's 27 now.
Yeah, got like 5, 6 years.
I think he's still got the time.
5-6 years
to become the best player in the world. And although it hasn't happened for him yet, which I think we all expected. I think if you go back to 2015, you say 2019, you think Neymar's going to be the best player in the world. Yeah, I think we can all agree that. We would all think Neymar would be what Messi and Ronaldo have been. But it's not quite worked out for him for injuries or one way or another. Moving to PSG, which
I'd say he's probably 3rd or 4th best.
In terms of talent.
But
I think in the year he's maybe not even top 10.
He's probably not even top 10.
Which is why...
It's a serious shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, it's frustrating because you want to see him do well. And I think he still does have the time to be the best player in the world.
If he joins Real Madrid...
What if he went back to Barcelona? Do you think he'd be better off at Real Madrid?
Yeah, man.
What about like a Premier League team? What if he joined
Chelsea?
What if he joined
Chelsea?
What if he joined Chelsea?
I'd love it.
You'd love it. Do you think he'd tear up the Premier League?
Yeah, man.
What if he flopped?
Yeah, he wouldn't. Neymar doesn't flop. Right. Well, he does flop, but he doesn't flop.
But he's going to bring it back, we reckon.
Yeah.
And
it's a maximum overdrive.
My final was an international based one.
Mine too.
I put Belgium will win an international competition.
I put England will win the World Cup.
England, oh jeez, I was gonna put it, and I was like, I can't bring myself to do it. I'm not gonna.
We got 3 chances.
Yeah.
3 chances to do it. There's 2030.
This is 4.
No, there's not.
2020 Euros, 2022.
No, I put World Cup.
Oh, right. Right.
So there's 2022, 2026, and then does 2030 count?
Would no.
Okay, so we've got 2 chances.
But alright.
They will do it.
They
will do it.
We can't. Don't get ahead of yourself. This is England we're talking about.
Right, Jaden, Kane, Raheem, Rashford, Loftus-Cheek, Cho. We got midfield. We're into the fucking class in the midfield. Goalkeeper. That's all we need.
Right.
We're one good goalkeeper away from winning it.
But I think you can look at that.
Jordan Pickford.
In terms of
who is Jordan Pickford in this game?
We did fuck all in our golden generation. We had Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, Rooney, Beckham, and done nothing.
Who was in
with it.
charge though?
I don't know who was.
You
in
need
charge.
a good manager.
Who was in charge?
I don't know. That Swedish guy.
Oh right, okay. And what? And you think Southgate's a good manager?
No. I think we'll get a new manager.
When? After the Euros?
Maybe after the Euros, maybe next World Cup.
Do you think?
I think we need a new manager.
Well, what do you think for the upcoming year? Do you think that's a flop?
I think we'll win that.
You think we've won the Euros?
Oh, it's final. I think we'll get finals or semi-finals.
In my opinion, the hardest part of the group, the hardest part of the
It's the
competition
group.
for us.
It's
No.
the group.
The hardest part of
the next round after.
the hardest part of the competition for me is the round of 16 and the quarterfinals when we're not at Wembley. The semi-finals and the finals were at Wembley. We are
and
so
the group
good at Wembley.
stage.
The group stage are at Wembley. This is what I'm saying. If we can get past round of 16 and the quarterfinal, I think that competition is ours.
3 games, get the confidence up at Wembley.
Yeah, 3 good solid games.
They're pretty hard teams as well.
Hopefully 9 points.
Czech Republic and Croatia, they're no pushovers.
But Czech Republic, I think that at Wembley, that's a guaranteed win.
Yeah, Croatia,
And
they're the biggest
I think
one.
that's at least a draw.
But Croatia's golden generation is gone.
Well, they're all getting losing their legs now. They're getting a bit older.
Modric, Rakitic, Mandzukic.
I mean, they're still around. They're just getting a bit old. And I think
Kovacic is their best player. Plays for Chelsea.
it's
What a coincidence!
perfect time for us
To strike.
to strike. Yeah.
And then we got to play the second place
think-
from the group of death,
Right. Okay. And who's in
which is
that?
like Germany, France, Portugal. That one.
Right. Okay. Second place. So
We
that
got to
could
play
be,
second place. It's probably
that-
going to be Germany.
I'd say Germany.
We
or-
can beat Germany.
Germany or Portugal.
Portugal. We could beat. I think we can beat anyone.
I'd be a bit concerned with France.
I'd say
But I
France
think-
are probably favourites. And
Yeah.
then it's England.
But what I'm saying is
Maybe Holland.
if France somehow came second in that group, I think we're out.
No.
I think we're out. We're
They'll
not.
be demotivated. They'll be
when-
like, oh, we came second.
We're not home to France. We're away to France.
Controversial ones there.
Right. Yeah. So those are the predictions for the next decade in football.
If
I
they
think-
come true, come back to this video and just go.
The majority of them, I think we've agreed on.
Just
that.
go. If you put a bet on that, you would have won 50
I think
grand.
Ours are quite similar. Alright, should we run through them one more time I'll say if I think yours is going to go true. You say if you think
Yeah.
mine is going to go true. Right, so Man City will win the Champions League.
Yeah.
PSG will win the Champions League.
Actually, I think that Man City one. It depends.
I need a yes or a no.
Because I think if they get knocked out, I think they're going to get knocked out by Real Madrid.
Do you think? I think they're going to beat Real
I
Madrid.
don't think they're going to win the league. I think Pep might get sacked at the end of the season.
What do you think? He could go downhill from that?
Yeah.
Right. I think it's going completely the other way. I think they're going to knock out Real Madrid. And I think they could do it this season. I think it's between PSG and Man City this season, and obviously like Liverpool. But I think Liverpool are going to focus more on the league. So I think Man City will win the Champions League. PSG will win the Champions League.
Yeah, I got that.
Obviously. Mbappe will win 3 Ballon d'Ors at least.
No.
You don't think?
Maybe 1 or 2.
He's 20 right now, and he's just came off scoring 30 league goals.
1 or 2. I don't think.
He is 20 years old.
Yeah.
He's just scored 30 league
Yeah.
goals.
I didn't.
At 19.
Did I say? I didn't say one of mine. I don't think.
What was that?
No more Ballon d'Ors for CR7.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with that.
He's past it.
Was he 34, 35
He's
now?
not even. If I'm being honest, this is controversial by me.
Mm.
He's not even. He doesn't deserve to be in the team of the year.
I agree with you there as well.
He's probably not even.
But I think he's in the nominees for his name, for his reputation.
It's a popularity contest.
He's in there for his reputation and what he's done over the past decade, which don't get me wrong is
He
absolutely
he got outscored by Quagliarella.
He's been one of the best players in the world consistently for the last 15
He
years.
got pocketed by Delict.
I think it's he's past it now.
The man's past it. Go to Man United, retire,
Live a happy life.
live with Sir Alex.
But those were the honourable mentions. Unless you want me to run through the
do
final
you
ones.
want me to go through mine?
Well, I've
and
got
if
a
you
couple
agree?
more.
Oh, okay.
Neymar to win the Ballon d'Or.
Yep, I got that.
And Belgium will win an international competition.
Yeah, probably. Well, no, actually, I don't think they will.
Exactly. I think if they're going to do it, they need to do it this side.
Yeah, need to do it.
The first half of the decade.
Need to either get the first World Cup or the first.
Mm.
No, it's probably the Euros is probably their only real chance because Vertonghen, Alderweireld, they're old. They haven't really got any good defenders.
Hazard's getting on a bit.
Hazard's
De Bruyne's,
nearly
what,
30.
28 now?
Yeah, they're both nearly 30.
Yeah.
Courtois looking a bit shaky.
They've still got Lukaku far in at least.
Romelu, he's a baller. People disrespect Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off.
Yeah, Romelu's a good player.
It doesn't matter if he can't dribble.
He's a striker.
He scores goals. He puts
does
the ball in the
score
back of the
goals.
net.
He does put the ball in the back of the net. It's fact. Right.
Over 100 times in the Premier League.
Correct. At what? He left at 24? 25?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Right.
Can I have another one?
Go on.
Harry Kane to break Shearer's record.
That's controversial.
And Rooney's record.
That is controversial.
What, both?
Either one of them. I mean, I think he'll get the international.
He'll break
one.
both. He'll break
I think
both.
he'll break Rooney's record, but Shearer's a long way away.
How old's Kane?
I'm not even-
25?
No,
26?
he's 26, 27?
He's 26.
But I don't think he'll stay at Tottenham.
No.
That's my...
Join City.
No.
Pep will go.
What, replace Aguero?
Replace Aguero. Pep will go. Come here, lad.
I thought he was getting sacked.
Come here, lad. Well, if he doesn't get sacked, he'll be like, "Come here, lad. You see what I've done to Raheem? I turned Raheem from a 5-goal a season to a 15, 20.
Megatron.
I can turn you 20, 25 goal a season. I'll turn you into the next 40 goal a season kind of guy.
Damn. Oh, that's a big
Fact.
big statement. All right.
Shearer's record gone. Rooney's record gone.
Records are made to be broken. Yes, only time will tell. I'm hoping so. I'm a big fan of Harry Kane, but obviously time will
What
tell.
about Marcus Rashford to break, or what about Greenwood to break Wayne Rooney's Man United record?
I think Greenwood's a better player than Rashford was when he was his age.
Not as good as Rooney though.
No, I wouldn't know. But I think, I don't know. With them players, I really can't tell because Chong has went to absolute shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, he was supposed to be your next big thing.
He was meant to be, but I can't tell with the Man United youth. But oh well, Rashford seems to be doing
What
alright.
about, I got another one.
Go on.
Maybe for the next 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reckon Chelsea can win the league in the next 2-3 years?
I think Chelsea will win the league in the decade, but I'm not sure for the next 2-3. I think right now we're in a period where it's Man City Liverpool domination.
Liverpool.
I think it's a modern day rivalry.
Yeah, but
like
I
how we
think
just-
Klopp. This is me, right?
Right.
If Germany offer Klopp the Germany role, I reckon
Right.
he's going to that.
Right. Okay.
So if
But
Lowe gets sacked, and if
right.
I don't know if Barcelona go, you want to come back, Pep? He'll probably go, yeah, all right.
Yeah, obviously, there's a lot of things that, but I think right now the Premier League is the place to be. I think for the first time in years, the Premier League is bigger than La Liga and bigger.
It's been bigger than La
than
Liga.
the Bundesliga, and
I think we proved that last year with the
that's what I mean. I think
with
now,
the Europa League and Champions League
now
finals.
for the first time in years, the Premier League is the place to be for big players.
Yeah,
Which is why I think the Man City and Liverpool being such a big attraction right now. Two best teams probably in the world at the moment.
yeah. But what I would say, so we've got money. We can spend money.
Yeah.
We can spend as much as City and Liverpool, and we've got youth.
Well, you could say the same about Man United, but they're down in what, 7th, 8th?
Yeah, but they haven't got. Who have they got in charge? Ole Gunnar.
Right. Okay.
Ole Gunnar doesn't have You look at Man United play.
Do you think Frank Lampard's a good manager?
Yeah.
Great manager.
He can go to that next level.
You think he can be an
Yeah.
Arsene Wenger or Sir Alex Ferguson?
But Ole, when you look at his team play,
Right.
it's I don't even know. You can't tell what he wants them to do. Frank, you can see he wants them to pass out from the back,
Yeah, I do agree.
Two good ball playing centre backs, but we haven't really got that right now.
He's just so inconsistent with his tactics. He's doing different things one game to the next.
Yeah.
As Frank sort of showing a bit of consistency. I do agree with that, yeah. But I don't know. I'm not sure where Man United
Arteta as well. I think Arteta might be good for Arsenal. Apparently he's joining Arsenal.
I heard that, and at first I was a bit like, what? But then I sort of thought about it, and you think, oh, he has been.
Dude's been Pep's right hand man for like 3 years.
So he's got to have picked up a thing or two.
Arsenal are the next City.
No.
That's my prediction. Right, let's go team of the.
Arsenal will get relegated in the next decade.
Let's do team of the. Should we do honourable mentions first?
We'll do it. I think we'll do the honourable mentions first. Or
Okay.
what we could do the reserves, the subs, then the honourable mentions, then the first.
I don't have reserves or subs.
I said 23-man squad.
Yeah, I just did it out like that.
Bastard, you're gonna have to do it. Right, let's see. Alright, so my honourable mentions, right? Royce is my first one.
Okay.
Marco Royce,
Like a Royce.
is he anywhere written anywhere?
No.
Yeah. Because I thought he was one of the most controversial ones I put on, but I have put him on because I think from around, even from the start of the decade all the way to the end, he's always been a name.
Yeah, man.
And you get the players like Iniesta and Xavi who were named for about half a decade and then they faded. Royce has been around from the beginning till the end. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think he deserves at least a shout.
Yeah, I guess.
I think he's Dortmund's
You could.
guy for the last decade.
Well, I'd say Lauer. Lauer was Dortmund's guy when he was there.
No, but Marco Royce was up there with Lauer.
Goetze, Lauer.
It's a bit.
Hummels. Oh.
Yeah, but Royce was there.
Oh man, that squad.
Royce was there.
Subotic.
Royce was.
Schmelzer.
I think he deserves a shout.
Piszczek.
Gundogan. Who's your first honourable mention?
Frank Ribery.
Frank Ribery. Yeah, I was thinking about Ribery. He actually hasn't. He isn't written down on my page at all.
Shit, man.
But
Class. He's class.
Yeah, he's a great player.
He's fugly.
He's very fugly.
But he's class.
But I think Ribery's thing was he was one of those.
No disrespect, Frank.
He was there from the start of the decade.
Mm-hmm. And
he
left last.
A bit of a bench warmer, I think, towards the end.
Yeah, Kingsley came in.
Yeah,
but he's still a baller.
not his fault at all.
Still a certified baller.
Great player. My second honourable mention is Eden Hazard, who's not getting my 23-man squad.
He's in my 23-man squad.
I think Eden Hazard, Chelsea's best player for how many years would you say?
6.
6 years, best player.
Maybe a bit less, maybe 5.
Yeah, but one of the Premier League greats after leaving for sure.
Not doing too well in La Liga.
He's
Picked up a knock.
He's on a bit of a struggle, put on a little bit of weight, but I still think he helped them win 2-3 leagues.
Yeah,
and then
Europa League, FA Cups.
He just
scored the penalty against Man United in the final.
There were times when that Chelsea side should have been a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, last season.
And it was high. That Chelsea team was higher in the league than it should have been.
I saw a thing. Yes, last night.
Okay.
And it was comparing Sarri's first, however many games to Lampard's, and Lampard's got less points. And it's like, yeah, but
Sarri
he had Eden to carry us last year because we weren't that good last year. We didn't deserve to finish third.
Yeah, if Chelsea didn't have Hazard last year, I think it could have been a 5th, 6th sort of situation.
Yeah, and no Europa League. Well, I guess he didn't really play in the Europa League all too much.
But he sort of did.
But then in the final. But
he's gone.
And then after the game, when he said goodbye.
Who's your second honourable mention?
JT.
JT. I've not actually got John Terry written down.
Won the Champions League with us.
This decade, yeah.
Europa League.
Yep.
A couple of Premier Leagues, a couple of FA Cups.
What year did he retire?
He joined Aston Villa for a year. What year did he joined? He played with Villa. They came up this season, didn't they?
Yeah.
So last season.
Right. Okay.
Because they got to the playoffs last season and lost, and then he retired.
Right.
Then he became assistant manager, and helped them come up.
Okay. So.
Or was it the year before? Was the assistant manager of 2 years? I can't remember. But yeah, Premier Leagues, couple of domestic
Definitely
trophies.
But do you think his best work was done the decade before?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think...
Him and Carvalho conceding 16 goals in one season.
It's still a class player. He's very young when he's done that. Next up, if I read out my final three, you read out your final three?
Yeah, okay.
Alright. Griezmann.
Okay.
Go on.
Good, yeah.
Give me one.
Kante.
Robben.
Oh, we're not going to discuss them? I thought we were going to
No, we'll
discuss
discuss them all at the end.
them. De Bruyne.
Muller.
Benzema.
So I think that's 6 different players, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kante, De Bruyne, and Benzema.
Benzema.
And I've got Griezmann, Robben, and Muller.
Yeah.
Right. So who should we start with?
I think the most controversial one is probably Kareem.
Alright, well, I don't know. I think he has been...
Maybe Muller.
Muller, I don't think he's been overly great at any point in the last...
But he's been consistently
consistent.
consistently average.
he's
Consistently consistent.
He's another one that was 2010 to 2019.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Which not a lot of players on this list actually were.
Benzema was.
Consistently.
He's been at Real Madrid since 2009.
Right, okay, yeah.
In class.
But I think he had a couple shaky seasons.
A couple of shaky seasons, but he's doing very good.
He's sort of back
Very
now,
good right now.
But yeah.
De Bruyne, I thought he didn't really... He joined Wolfsburg and was good there.
Right.
And then he joined City. And he's been good there. He's been injured a couple of times. Which is kind of what's put him off
Do
my...
you think he's not worthy yet?
He'll be in the next one, man.
You think he'll be in the next team of the decade?
Yeah. He'll be in the team of the year next year.
So do you think De Bruyne in his 30s will be
Just as good. He'll be like Iniesta and Xavi. You know when they were like top 3 Ballon d'Or contenders.
I think if De Bruyne scored that final Leno save against Arsenal, where he nearly got the hat trick. If he scored that would have been.
You know that was his first brace.
Really?
That's pretty mental.
I think that would have been one of the great Premier League hat
Who've
tricks.
you got next?
I've got Griezmann and Robben. We still to discuss.
I've got Robin in my actual one.
Your actual. Alright, okay. So Robben.
He's class. He's the cut inside shoot.
But I think what held Robben back, very one-footed. I think
But he was good on that one.
Relies on pace quite a lot. So then when he sort of got a bit older, sort of like 2016, 2017, 2018, he began to fade a bit like Ribery, but I do think he's
better.
I think he's better than Ribery. Yeah.
Won the CL.
Yeah, he won. He scored in the final, didn't he? He scored a last-minute goal in the Champions
against Dortmund. Missed a penalty against Chelsea in extra time.
Why does that matter?
It just shows he got to the final the year before as well.
Jeez, man.
And I'm trying to brag as well.
Alright, Robben, I think... So I think what we'll do at the end of this, we'll try and put a 23-man squad together.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what? Of our combined teams?
Yeah. So I think Robben...
Probably not going to make it.
I don't think he'll make it.
Well, especially not... Have you got him as a... Would you put him as a midfielder or as a forward?
I'd put him as a forward. I think he'd but I don't think there's no way he's getting on that right wing, is there?
I couldn't think of another midfielder, so I just chucked him in the midfield.
Right.
Griezmann.
Griezmann. Have you written Griezmann down?
No, I haven't even.
Right,
I didn't even think of Griezmann.
All right, so Griezmann come into my head because although he was not 2010 to 20, I think he
probably was
burst on the scene around 2013. His first breakout season, 2013-2014.
When did I
think
he
signed for Atletico maybe the 13-14 season, I think.
I remember signing him on career mode when he was at Real Sociedad.
Yeah, and what he's done from there, a couple consistent years with Atletico.
Carried him for a few years. Attacking wise, definitely.
A couple Champions League finals.
Unfortunately, didn't win it. Won the Europa League.
He won the Europa League. He
won
the Europa League. Won the World Cup.
Top goal scorer in the Euros.
Won the Euros. Oh, he didn't win the Euros. Came second in the Euros, but he was the best player in that.
Didn't he get 9 goals?
Something like that.
Which is like
incredible.
Almost top goal scorer
already
of the whole thing
in one campaign. So I think Griezmann, and I think he did guide France that World Cup. I think he was
him and Kylian.
He led the line.
I think Kante. I think I might put Kante in my actual thing. Just purely based on he came in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Won the league with Leicester.
As I mean, he
won the league with Chelsea the next season.
He's another one. He wasn't 2010 to 2019, but when he was there,
He was better than
made a difference.
Shitload of people.
Mm.
Won the World Cup. Did he win the PFA Player of the Year?
Yeah, he did. I think.
Not with Leicester though, was it? It was
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Because Morris won it.
Yeah.
Morris is another one that could. I'm going to put Kante in actually.
Kante in. Right, we'll get back to that when we
I'll probably swap Kante
make
and
our
Robin.
teams. But what who hasn't been mentioned at all? Wayne Rooney.
I was thinking Wayne. I didn't think of Wayne. I thought bold Wayne Rooney came into my head.
A couple more names. You got Van Persie.
I haven't got Van Persie.
Van Persie
really didn't come into my mind because I had my attackers.
Yeah.
I had him in my head straight away.
There are too many good attackers this decade. But I think, right, the
Premier League one. They get into the Premier League one.
There are better attackers this decade than last decade. There are better midfielders last decade than this decade. Defenders, I think, is quite close.
Yeah, you could say that.
You got Ronaldinho, Kaká, Zidane. Some
Zidane retired in 2006, whatever.
6 years.
Yeah, I reckon attackers this year is probably better because the attackers
this decade.
Yeah, whatever. Because Messi and Ronaldo
carry it.
Ronaldo probably might have got into the attackers of the decade.
I think they both.
Maybe not Messi.
Messi scored like 162 goals in that decade.
Dude's a baller. Do not compare him to Cristiano.
Right, so
Messi. You see what Messi's gonna do in these next. Ronaldo's 2 years older, yeah.
Yeah.
What Messi's gonna do in these next 2 years. It's not gonna be comparable to what Ronaldo's done in the past 2 years at Juve.
Right. Okay.
What Messi's gonna do? He's gonna realize. One day he's gonna realize, fuck, I'm not that quick anymore. He's gonna go to Valverde or whoever's in charge. He's gonna go, put me back central.
Centre mid.
And he's like, oh fuck. He's gonna show he's a better playmaker than Iniesta. I voted on a poll the other day. It was who's the better playmaker, Iniesta or Messi? Messi straight away.
Yeah. Okay, right.
He's a fucking baller.
I think Ronaldo should go back to Cam position as well.
I don't know. I think he's.
I think
Ronaldo's done.
Maybe he's
pushing himself too hard in training.
Maybe a MLS player now. I think he would do.
Of course he would.
Yeah.
Don't even question if he would do good in MLS.
No, but like he'd fit there now, and like 34, 35, whatever he is. Right, 23-man squad.
I might have done this differently.
You did do it differently.
Because you've done a starting 11, a suspension, and a reserves.
Yeah, but if
I've just listed 23 players, so we might have a different number of defenders and midfielders.
Yeah, that's fine. We can just run through our squads and then make an 11 out of it.
We'll do the goalkeepers first. We'll do all 3 goalkeepers first.
Right. I've got my 3 shouts. Have you got 3?
Yeah.
Neuer.
Yep, I've got Neuer.
De Gea.
Yep.
And Buffon.
I got Navas.
You got Navas.
Keylor Navas.
Right, so first of all, De Gea and Neuer are in.
Yeah.
You got a pen? I'll write that down.
I dropped my pen.
De Gea and Neuer are in. So 2 out of the 23 is done so far.
Mm-hmm.
De Gea and Neuer are in. Now, for the third spot, it's between Buffon and Navas. So I need to argue for Buffon, and you need to argue for Navas.
Okay.
Okay. So do you want to start?
3 UCLs are in.
3 Champions Leagues, hard to argue.
In a row.
Buffon's never won one.
Yeah.
I think
he's a fraudulent fraud. Buffon's career has been like this. 2010, it was from the 1000 to 10s, going up.
Mm-hmm.
Then 10s to 20s, slowly coming back down.
I won't lie to you. It's kind of hard to argue with that. 3 Champions Leagues. I might give you the dub.
Did you even think of Navas?
Not at all.
Are we gonna go with Navas?
We'll go with Navas. I'll give you that dub.
Navas has more than Neuer as well.
No more what?
More CLs. He has the most CLs out of all of them.
Yeah, but Neuer's got a World Cup.
He does have a World Cup. The head does not have anything.
I don't think so.
He's got a Prem, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got 1 Prem.
Is that it?
He's
got a Europa League.
Carried the team on his back.
He's got a Europa League and an FA Cup as well.
Yeah. Alright, so...
And he carried Smalling and Jones.
Alright, so we got 3...
To a second place.
3 out of 23 done. How many defenders are you saying? Because I've got 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 defenders.
I got 6.
Alright, so do you want to make it 6 or 7?
Well, I'll just say my 6 because we probably got quite a few that are the same.
Okay, go on.
I got Marcelo, Chiellini, Ramos, Piqué, Dani Alves, and Godin.
Alright, I've got...
So I can tick off whatever ones we have the same.
I've got Marcelo.
Oh.
Thiago Silva.
I haven't got Thiago Silva.
Ramos.
Got Ramos.
Lam.
Didn't even think of Lam.
Dani Alves. Van Dijk. Put in there. And Piqué. So who's instantly going in?
I got Chiellini and Godin. Oh, we got back 4.
So put that
We
for.
got Marcelo, Ramos, Piqué, Dani. We didn't pick of our starting goalkeeper.
No, we'll do the starting team after. So was that another 4 people in the squad?
Yep.
So we got Marcelo joining the squad. Ramos joining the squad.
Piqué
Piqué.
and Dani Alves.
Dani Alves. And now we've got room for another 2 or 3.
We'll do 2 more.
2 more, and who are you arguing for here?
I got Chiellini and Godin.
And I've got myself Thiago Silva, Lam, Piqué here.
No, we got Piqué.
Oh, I've got Thiago Silva, Lam, and Van Dijk then.
I think Van Dijk should just be straight away.
What, cut off?
For the decade, yeah. Because he spent half of it at Celtic or whatever.
Yeah, but I think he's come in, right? And I think when...
Yeah, but it's been I know he's good. He's very, very good.
But he's not just good. He's came in and he's became the best defender in the world, in the hardest league in the world.
But he was already
instantly becoming better than Ramos, Thiago Silva, all these other players. And for a team that on paper at the time when he joined wasn't the best. It was alright, sloppy at the back. But although he's not been around long, which I'll give you.
It's a year and a half, isn't it? 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years maybe.
2 years because he joined in January.
The impact he's made in those 2 years, I think, is bigger than some of the players. Bigger than the impact some of these players made in 10 years.
Godin is a better defender than Van Dijk. Godin is one of the best defenders. I will die on this hill.
Right, for
Godin. Godin's one of my favourite players.
Okay.
Do you remember when he was when it was Atleti versus Real?
Dosh.
Poof.
Header.
Godin.
Poof.
Captain. Poof. Leader. Poof. Legend. Poof.
Right, and who's your other one?
He played in the Simeone squad as well.
Yeah.
He was captain of that
I
squad.
think we do need a representative. For
So he's a defensive.
mastermind.
He's the best defender in a very defensive squad.
No.
Chiellini, I had him in 4 years. He's very good as well. Probably the best defender in a very defensive squad again.
I'm alright. I'll make a deal with you.
I'd say they've both been around since the beginning.
I'm happy. Or Lam.
Lam isn't better than Dani Alves.
Hmm?
Lam isn't better than Dani Alves.
So should we forget about Lam?
I think we should forget about Lam.
Right. Okay.
When
I'm
did
willing to give you.
When did Lam retire?
2016, 17. I'll give you.
Godin if I give you Van Dijk.
No, I'll give you Godin if you give me Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva.
I think Thiago Silva
Yeah.
is one of the most consistent
Is he better than
defenders
Chiellini
of the
though?
decade. I'd put him over Chiellini. I think, although it's Liga,
And he was in Serie
and
A.
I hate to be that guy who brings FIFA into it, right?
He was in Serie A as well.
Yeah, he was. But when was the last time Thiago Silva didn't get team of the season?
It's
When you put it that way.
It's Liga.
But it's still consistency in a top 5 league for over a decade.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Right, so what was the defence looking at?
We've got Marcelo, Ramos, Piqué, Dani Alves, Godin, Thiago Silva.
Right, okay. And then
Midfield.
midfield names. Right, how many midfielders you rocking with?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 8.
I've got 6. Me halfway 7?
Yeah.
Right.
We've probably got a lot of the same.
So my reserves has Xavi,
Yep.
so we'll tick him.
I got Xavi as well.
Busquets is on my bench.
I got Busquets as well.
Kante's on my bench.
I put Kante in.
Do you want to swap someone?
Oh,
Take them out.
so Robin. Xavi.
Right, and then my starting 3 is Iniesta, De Bruyne, and Luka Modric.
Right, so there's 3 that I've got that you haven't said.
Right.
Cruz,
Okay.
Fabregas,
It's a good shout.
Yaya Toure.
Very good shout.
I think this is going to be the hardest one.
What? Yeah, it will be, definitely. What? Right. Fabregas, I think I'm going to... So 2010, he would have been Arsenal captain at that time, right?
Yeah, won the World Cup.
Left around... Did he leave 2011? 2012?
Then he joined Barca
What year?
after the World Cup, I think.
Oh, so he was one season at Arsenal.
He wasn't at Arsenal for one season.
No, but one season in the
I
decade.
don't think he was at Arsenal.
In the
He
decade.
wasn't at Arsenal for the Euros.
No.
So it was between.
Somewhere between them. So not run at Arsenal in the decade.
But he was Arsenal captain.
Barcelona was shaky.
Yeah. And then he joined Chelsea.
Joined Chelsea, done well.
Did very well.
Then Monaco
Probably
from
the
there.
best midfielder. He's been at Monaco for.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
Still playing?
I don't know how long he's been there for.
Yeah, maybe a bit longer.
Did he join in? I can't remember if he left in January. Yeah, he did. He left in January.
So yeah, now.
About a year.
Right. So are you? Who are you willing to back till the sun comes up? Here. Who do you really want in your squad?
Probably Cruz.
You really want Kroos in there,
I think Cruz is better than Modric.
but I don't think you can look past Modric's Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, but did he deserve that Ballon d'Or?
Well, in my opinion, Modric
No.
became went from the most underrated to the most overrated player in the world. From
Most
winning-
underrated?
Yeah, from winning that Ballon d'Or, he went from the most underrated to the most overrated player in the world.
I don't think Modric has ever been underrated.
Modric didn't get the credit he deserved for so long.
You know, I think's
But then when he
overrated.
won that Ballon d'Or, he got too much credit.
Here's a controversial one. Player I think's overrated.
Okay.
David Silva.
Nah, David Silva's magic.
He's overrated, man.
David Silva is absolute magic.
Paul Scholes.
Fuck off, better than Lampard.
Hey, but they're both better than Gerrard. No, they're not. They're not.
Gerrard's really good.
It's Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes. Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes.
Rooney's better than Drogba.
Yeah, probably.
Vidic is better than Terry.
No. Tomori's better than Ferdinand.
No. Didn't even know who that was for a second.
You got the bet. Do you remember you got the bet Mason?
Yeah, we did.
Greenwood versus Mount.
We got the better Mason. Right, so who have you got ticks on? So let's just put all the ticks in
Right,
first.
so we've got Iniesta, Xavi.
Right,
I think, yeah, basically.
fair enough.
Iniesta's like one of the best midfielders ever. Would you say Iniesta or Xavi? Who would you?
I'd say Iniesta, for sure.
What would you rather have?
Iniesta.
You rate him more?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
he's still playing as well.
He is still going. Still watching now in what, Japan?
Yeah.
Is
With
Xavi
David
still in Qatar?
Villa. No, he's a manager in Qatar now.
Oh, really?
Cruz.
So how many names have we got left to put in?
1 second. We'll put one more in.
We need one
So
more.
we've got 6.
One more person, and who are our options? De Bruyne.
Cruz, Fabregas, Yaya Toure,
De
De
Bruyne.
Bruyne.
Right there. Let's
I
just.
could, Yaya retired or left 2017.
Yeah, around them.
When did he play under Pep?
He did play. Well, he had the argument with Pep, didn't he?
Oh yeah,
He fell out
because
with
he
Pep.
didn't say happy birthday.
Yeah. I'm gonna back De Bruyne. I think
De Bruyne's in my short list.
De Bruyne's an
my
absolute
just short.
magical player. So Wolfsburg was 2016. He got the most assists in Bundesliga history, I believe, in a season. He went on, joined Man City for 50 mil. And been there, 3-4 seasons? Every season he's done something that will open your eyes. And let's compare that to, say, Fabregas, who you want to put in.
Yeah.
Let's say, for argument's sake, 2 good seasons at Arsenal at the start of the decade, because
Yeah.
we don't know exactly, so let's say that. And then a few shaky years at Barcelona.
Yeah, out of position though.
3 or 4 years there.
Yeah. He joined in 2016.
Joined Chelsea. First 2 seasons were good.
Well, he's good the whole time.
Well, yeah, but his first 2 seasons were like
Well,
team of the decade worthy.
Yeah.
And then from then he's just got a bit. So that's 4 good seasons, let's say.
Yeah.
I'd say De Bruyne's got around the same.
Not 5.
Maybe 5.
No.
So he was Wolfsburg 15-16.
Yeah, that was good.
And then his first season at City. That was good.
And then he got injured for a whole season.
I think that was the second or third. But I think he's in his fourth now, which is currently going well.
Yeah, so he's got 3.
So, no, 4. One's injured, 3 good seasons, 1 with Wolfsburg.
He hasn't been good every single season.
De Bruyne?
Not been
joking?
team of the decade good all 3 seasons.
So you would have put Fabregas in? Alright, we're going to Google. You're going to transfer market.
Yeah. I'll put Fabregas as well.
Alright, so we're just comparing the two now.
Should I put all of them?
Nah, just do them two. I think we're settled with.
Can I do Cruz as well? Because I think Cruz over...
Yeah, but Cruz's stats won't be as good.
He's got 90% passing accuracy since he joined Real Madrid.
That's what I mean, but that's the sort of stuff that doesn't come up on...
That's the shit that people don't care about.
Yeah,
I care about it.
That's what I mean. So Cruz has won the World Cup.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
How many Champions League? It might be Cruz, you know.
Yeah, because Cruz
won
has
the World
won...
Cup, so many Champions League with Real Madrid.
Hasn't won the La Liga though, has he?
They won it in like
And
2016.
he's at Bayern.
I think
Did he win
has
it with
won.
Bayern?
I think he has won.
Did he win the Champions League with Bayern?
I think he did, and I think he has won.
Because he was in the final against Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't know if he stayed
I think
he left.
yeah,
that.
no, because he didn't join. He didn't join. He didn't join Real Madrid in 2013. He definitely was there. 2014, 2015.
Okay,
I think it might be Cruz now. You know. I think it might be Cruz.
let's have a look at them though. Let's just take a look. So this season he's got 6 goals, 10 assists.
So that's a good season.
So this is team of the decade worthy already.
Yeah.
Last season was
Shaky.
injured. 19 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. So last season no.
Right, season before, yes.
8 goals, 16 assists.
Yeah.
Yes. 6 goals, 19 assists.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And then
there's one more there. 7 goals, 9 assists.
Nope. Not really.
Bundesliga, 10 goals, 21 assists.
Yes. So that's 4.
Right. Okay.
Then Fabregas. So we've got 2 goals, 4 assists in 17-18.
Nah.
So who was that? That was the last Conte year, I think.
That's City's first win, wasn't it?
That's 5 goals, 12 assists in 29 games. Here's one. 3 goals, 19 assists in 14-15. That's probably his best year. So was De Bruyne's best was 10 and 21 in the
10 and 21,
Bundesliga, and 6 and 19 in the. Okay, so we got 3 more goals. De Bruyne's best Premier League year was 3 more goals than.
No.
Was it the same? No. But then this.
But I think it's Cruz.
I think yeah. I think. Ooh. I think it is Cruz.
Cruz has.
We kind of talked ourselves into
3 or
Cruz.
4 Champions Leagues, a World Cup. Okay.
But you've already said one of mine is in your.
All right. So
Shortlist.
let's run through.
Messi.
Yep.
CR7.
Yep.
Lewandowski.
Yep.
Suarez.
Yep.
Neymar.
Yep.
And then you've got 2 others.
And instead of Eden Hazard, I've got Aguero and Ibrahimovic.
Aguero, that's a good one. Zlatan. Yeah, you could say Zlatan.
He's been around since the start, and he's moved around a lot, and he's done it in a lot of different places since the start of the decade.
Zlatan. Right, so we can write down the 5 we've got the same.
Alright.
And then you can go, Aguero's probably been. I think Aguero's been better than Zlatan.
Is it between them two now, is it?
Yeah.
Right, so Aguero versus Ibrahimovic.
And I'd go Aguero.
Because. Should we transfer market it?
Yeah, we'll have a look on them. I would just say, purely based, Aguero's broken all the records at City. And what's the longest that Zlatan stayed somewhere? Is it PSG?
Yeah.
For
And
like,
he became the all-time top goal scorer. He's not anymore. Cavani broke it.
Cavani broke it. So
Cavani wasn't mentioned there.
Cavani's another one.
Yeah. I'm saying there's
Attackers.
a lot of good players.
It's probably goalkeepers are probably the easiest.
Mm-hmm.
Then defenders. Then attackers. Then midfielders.
Yeah, I'd say that.
But attackers of the decade. You could chuck Pedro in there.
David Villa.
Alexis Sanchez.
Higuain.
Fuck, man. So many.
Pogba wasn't mentioned at all today.
Labiot.
So much talent. So much talent.
Was Labiel's best season?
Probably the final one at Juventus.
Xavi. When did Xavi leave?
I think it was 14-15.
But he had to come third in the
Alright,
thing.
Alright, so Ibrahimovic and Aguero.
I would go Guerrero.
You'd go Aguero.
Yeah, man.
So
He's running Everton. Apparently he's running Everton.
oh really?
Zlatan's best year was probably one at PSG where he scored like 50 odd
It was
goals.
50 and 51, I think it was.
Aguero's never got 50 goals in a season.
That's true. So how long's Aguero been at City? Since 2011?
2011, 2012.
So that's just the start of the decade, basically.
Where was Zlatan at the beginning of the decade? AC Milan?
I reckon either Barcelona or AC Milan.
No, he left Barcelona in 2009.
Did he?
I think so.
Right. So
Or did he join Barcelona in 2009?
this
Because
will
I
tell
remember
us.
they swapped Eto'o for Zlatan, didn't they?
Did they? Right. So
Right.
so where was Zlatan at the start of the decade?
Barcelona for one game.
One game at Barcelona.
And then he joined
AC Milan.
AC Milan. Best season at AC Milan was 11-12
28 goals in 32 games.
with 8 assists.
8 assists, not bad at all.
And then he went to PSG.
And this is where he really turned it
And
on.
this is where he got the
Every season was consistent.
38 goals and 12 assists in 31 games.
So that's the highlight.
15-16. How old was he then?
I was 33.
He's in his 30s.
32, yeah.
Then he joined United. Was decent there.
Yeah, 17 goal season.
Did he won the Europa League?
Yep.
First European competition for him.
Bless him.
Right, so
Alright, now let's have a look
Sergio.
at Aguero. Right.
His best year
So if we go down, he's
was
started
his
with
first one at City.
23-34. Then you got a 12 and 30. Then you got
17,
17 and 23.
26, 24, 20, 21, 21. So he's in the 20s.
So
20, 25 kind of average.
I think, in my opinion, it would have to be Zlatan.
It's probably Zlatan.
Zlatan's won more, he's went more places, and he's scored more goals at those
He
places.
showed, yeah. Italy, France, England, and America.
So yeah, I think that's a
Zlatan.
Ibrahimovic win right there. Alright, and now it's time to put together the final 11 for the final part.
I would honestly, this might be. I'd probably put Navas in there.
You put Navas in there.
Probably Navas, Neuer, De Gea. But
Well-
quality, obviously that's based on winning.
Yeah,
But
that's
quality wise, it's probably Neuer.
Neuer makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, but he's like the OG
Let's talk-
sweeper keeper.
Prime
Prime
so-
Neuer.
2014.
Yeah.
What's prime now? That's 2016,
Prime Navas.
2016, 2017.
Yeah, probably.
Prime De Gea probably around the same time.
Yeah, probably about the same.
So De Gea was carrying a Man United side that should probably have been like a bottom half side,
And he got second purely based with that game against Arsenal.
and another game against Tottenham. 13 saves in one game.
I think Neuer though. I've changed my mind. I think Neuer will be the. Because
I might stick this one out for David.
Neuer scored a penalty in against Chelsea. Man.
Yeah, he scored a penalty in the Champions League final. Alright, but
We haven't even taken into consideration Super Cups.
don't go there. Don't go there.
There's a lot of names
Yeah, I don't. But there's so many.
So you're going De Gea.
I'm going De Gea. I think without him, that Man United side was genuinely a bottom half side.
Neuer had Boateng, Alaba.
Yeah, world class players.
Who's next to Boateng? Some dude.
When
And then Philip
Vidic
Lahm.
and Ferdinand left, it was left with like Smalling,
Navas.
Jones.
Navas probably had the best defensive front of him.
Yeah,
Marcelo, Sergio Ramos,
but
Varane.
the other two, but they both had world class defenses.
Varane is another one.
Yeah.
He's 26. He's won 3 Champions Leagues, World Cup.
But I do think individual talent needs to come into it as well.
I think he's a good
We can't-
defender as
we
well.
can't put it down to
Not
the
probably
team
not
he
as
plays
good overall defending as all of these, but if you take into consideration what they've won, Varane would probably make it in the team.
Probably, yeah. But then it could be a Real Madrid squad.
It's
so
probably
it's like.
I'm going to go De Gea.
Should we go to
I'll agree with you there.
I think I had Neuer written down, but I changed my mind when I think about what he has done. Really.
Centre backs. We've got Marcelo. Centre backs.
I think we can fill in the fullbacks because they're not.
Yeah, there's only 2 options. So we got
Marcelo.
Dani Alves on the right.
Right.
Marcelo on the left.
The players that always got into the team of the years, and you'd be like, "Why are you in it?" But then,
Because you're good.
it's because you're good. Yeah. So the consistent boys, been around the block.
And then we got Ramos, Piqué, Godin, Thiago Silva.
Right. I'd say Ramos. And I would have Ramos as the captain. Do you want to agree with
I'd
that?
put Godin.
I'd say Ramos and Godin solid.
So Ramos and Godin.
What do you think about Ramos as captain?
Yeah, I'd say Ramos or Godin as captain.
I think because the Champions League, the leadership behind the 3 in a row. And
It was Godin that scored, wasn't it? And then Bale
Ramos
scored.
No, Ramos.
No, Ramos then scored. Then Bale scored the winner.
Yeah, Ramos scored like
Bale scored the winner, right?
and
then Ronaldo
Di
was
Maria
like,
scored. And then
yeah, it's
Ronaldo?
Di Maria, then Ronaldo. Atleti were close. Imagine if Atleti won that.
Their legs just gave out in the extra time.
Imagine if Atleti won that and they won the one that went to penalties.
Atleti's legs just gave out in extra time. That's all it was. Real Madrid just had the resilience.
Saul, Koke.
And
There's the BVB squad.
And there's that Atleti squad.
And there's the Atleti squad that you look back as like 2 of your favourite teams that you didn't support.
Yeah, they were just
but
good,
you just
good
they,
teams.
They had good players that you really liked.
So
We should do that as well.
Yeah, alright. Well,
we'll do that for number 2. Podcast 2.
Plenty of content.
Podcast
That's
2.
what I'm saying.
So midfield, we're going to go 3 in the midfield, 4-3-3.
I'm saying 4-3-3 is solid.
So, Iniesta I think should be in there.
I'll put Iniesta in there. Who's on our list?
We've got Iniesta, Xavi Alonso as well.
I was going to put Xabi Alonso down. I don't know why I didn't.
Modric, Busquets, Kante, and Toni Kroos.
I think, alright, so...
Kroos should be in there as well.
What we'll do is we'll split into 2 sections. I think it's between Busquets and Kante for one of the roles.
And then Modric and Kroos.
And
then Iniesta and Xavi.
Modric and Kroos for the... Yeah, okay. So Iniesta's one for me over Xavi.
Uh-huh. I think Kroos over Modric.
I'll go Kroos over Modric.
And then Busquets and Kante, and they're very different players.
But they're both holding.
Have I spelled Kroos right?
Yeah,
or is it double S?
Cruise control, yeah.
Is it double S?
Nah. Cruise control.
Because Busquets dictates the tempo. You know?
Kante's just everywhere.
He's who you pass the ball to when you're passing out from the back. And he'll... Remember that assist he had to Messi?
Yeah.
Where he just stood there?
He doesn't... He does what he needs to do. He knows,
he's good defensively.
He knows his role in that team, and he does it.
He shuts his mouth and he knows his role. Jabroni.
Exactly. Kante is just everywhere. Playing Kante is like having another man on the field.
Yeah. And he's added goals and assists to his game.
Yeah. More recently.
But I'd say Busquets, because he's been doing it since 2010. He's been in that Barcelona squad since...
Beginning of the decade to the end.
And he's still there.
Yeah. Alright, we'll go that. He was one of the few, 2010 to 2019.
So far... Was Marcelo was, as well.
Yeah.
Dani Alves wasn't.
Yeah, he faded out.
Ramos has.
Yeah.
De Gea...
Nah.
Not quite.
He
almost.
was 2011.
Godin, I don't know what year he joined Atleti, but he kind of got good around
13,
that Champions
14.
League tie. He's been good since he's joined Inter.
Yeah, he had a good period. Like his
2-3
main period
years.
was in between.
Yeah, where he was
Well,
one of the best defenders.
Middle of the decade, yeah.
So,
right, our attack now.
So we got Busquets, Iniesta, and Toni Kroos.
Okay.
And then attack, left.
All right. Let me before we go any further.
Should we do it?
I've got up on my phone. I prepared this. 10 records Cristiano Ronaldo broke this decade.
Well, I'm putting him in anyway.
It's fairly certain Ronaldo's going in.
Yeah.
But
they scored like 500 goals.
The first player to score in every minute of a game. Ronaldo broke
Zlatan did that.
Ronaldo done it first.
Zlatan's done it as well, I think.
The only player to score more than 50 goals in 6 consecutive seasons, which is ridiculous. He done it 6 times this decade.
You know what Messi's done this decade?
Right there, we're getting Messi. I've got the same thing for Messi.
Same quicker then.
the most UEFA Champions League top goal scorer awards.
How many?
He's got himself 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 of them with this decade.
Fuck.
The all-time top scorer in European competitions. The most goals scored in UEFA Champions League knockout phase.
I think. How many?
A total of 60 goals.
What?
60.
Oh, in the knockouts.
Yeah.
Didn't Lewandowski break his group stage record? Because Lewandowski's got 10 in the groups.
Oh, really? The fastest player to score 200, 250, 350 goals in Europe's top 5 leagues. So they're all of them the fastest. The fastest player to score against every team in La Liga in a single season. So obviously Messi's done it since, but Ronaldo did it first. The first and only player to have won the European Golden Shoe in 2 different leagues.
Oh, I forgot he won the Euros.
He can do it everywhere.
Because he was injured.
The most UEFA Team of the Year appearances.
Okay.
And the most UEFA Best Player awards.
So
I think Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the players without doubt going straight into that team. No arguments there.
I'll put him out on the.
In my opinion, the second best player of all time.
Yeah.
And you know who behind? The player I think is the best player of all time, Lionel Messi, who's also going to the team. But I've got the same thing up for Lionel Messi. 10 records he broke this decade. You ready? Most Ballon d'Or wins by a footballer.
Yep.
Most goals scored in a calendar year with 91.
That's what I was going to say.
Most goals scored in a single season.
Oh my god.
Most European shoe wins. Goals scored against the most oppositions in the UEFA Champions League, showing he can do it everywhere. Even though he's not moved, he can if he wanted to. He could do it against every team he's played.
People that say you can't play in England,
he's done it.
He's scored like
against
20 odd goals.
Arsenal, City,
against English teams. And he's only played like,
most consecutive league matches scored in.
How many?
19.
Fuck no.
No, 21.
Oh my god.
21. He scored against every single team in the league consecutively.
That's mental.
Most league goals in history across Europe's top 5 leagues. Fastest player to reach 100 goals in the UEFA Champions League.
Is that Chelsea? Why are they doing that?
Youngest player to reach 100 UEFA Champions League appearances. And most official goals for a single club in Europe's top 5 leagues.
How many Champions League did he win?
How many Champions Leagues? 4, I think.
Beat Man United?
They beat Man United.
Was that 2010?
Beat Man United twice.
Was it 2010?
They beat Man United twice.
And then 2011? Or was it 2009, 2010? Was 2010? No, 2009 was Inter.
No, 2010 was Inter. 2009 was Man United, Barcelona.
Barcelona won. Yeah, because it was Chelsea, Barca. No, because it was Chelsea, Man U. Then it was Chelsea, Barca in the semis, and we got screwed over.
Yeah, then Barca,
then Inter, Bayern. Man U, Barca. Chelsea, Bayern. Bayern have got to a lot.
Dortmund. Yeah, they got to like 3 in a row before winning one or something like that.
Right, so.
Yeah, so Messi.
And he won the one against Juve.
Yeah, he did.
Him, Neymar, and Louis.
Correct.
So that's another easy one. Two of the 3 attackers was easy.
Obviously. No doubt.
But now, I would say it's between Lewandowski and Luis Suarez.
That's who I'd say, yeah.
I think Neymar and Zlatan.
Do you want to argue for one? I'll argue for the other.
They're not quite there.
Do you want to argue for one? I'll do the other.
I'll argue for my boy Lauer.
Right, okay. So, Luis Suarez.
Should we have a look at the stats? Should we get the stats up?
Yeah, we can do. I think Luis Suarez, when he was at Liverpool, was one of the greatest strikers the Premier League's ever seen. Having that ban and still scoring that many goals.
Yeah, I was going to say that. 8 games.
8 games off, and he's still got 31 goals, I think.
Yeah, I think he's one off the record.
And from there, he went to Barcelona. He made one of the best front attacking trios of all time with Neymar and Messi. He won the Champions League there.
And La Liga.
He's won La Liga multiple times. Nearly won the Premier League, just missed out. But I think he made Liverpool a better team. I think he has made Barcelona a better team.
Him and Sturridge.
And
Sturridge and Sterling.
And you compare him to Lewandowski, right?
I think Lewandowski is probably a better goal scorer.
More consistent goal scorer.
He's got 220 goals in 265 games for Bayern,
Suarez has sort of faded off.
who he joined in 14-15. So in 6 years, he's got 220 goals.
How many's Suarez got for Barca?
For Barca?
189.
189 in
how many years?
same amount, just a few less. Same. 14-15. 14-15.
Same. How many games have they both played?
177
in the league.
200,
266.
266.
189.
Total.
102 assists though.
102 assists.
So I think that sort of equals out.
Yeah, it's probably about the same when you take assists into it. He was part of that Dortmund squad.
Of course.
That beautiful Dortmund squad.
Of course.
What have we got then? So the best year was probably 31 and 17
In 33.
and 13-14.
But I know there's a good Barcelona one somewhere if you want to try and find that real quick.
Lower got 30 and 5 in 15-16. 30 and 7 in 16-17. So he's got back-to-back 30 goal
29
and then 29. So he's almost got back-to-back 30 goal
And
seasons.
then, right, okay.
This year he's got 18 and 15.
Which is nearly as much as last year already. Right,
Louis
Suarez
got
now.
yeah, that one right there
40 and 35
with 18 assists.
with 18 assists.
Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. That's prime.
That's Messi and Ronaldo level.
That is.
season.
Yeah, he was top goal scorer that season, wasn't he?
He was. He outscored Messi and Ronaldo that season.
I think that should put him in just because he did that.
Yeah, so I think Suarez.
It's very close.
Lewandowski's first name on the bench.
Yeah.
But Luis Suarez edged it. And so that leaves our team of the year, or team of the decade, sorry, as right in the sticks. We got David De Gea. Starting left back, Marcelo. Our centre back partnership is Godin, and our captain Sergio Ramos. Dani Alves is starting right back. Toni Kroos in the midfield with Iniesta, which is being held by Busquets in a more defensive role. On the right wing, we have Lionel Messi. On the left wing, we've got Cristiano Ronaldo, and leading the line is Luis Suarez.
A lot of Barcelona players.
There you go, they dominate the decade.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Barca.
How many Madrids? 1, 2, 3.
4.
What?
CR7, Cruz, Ramos, Marcelo.
Oh yeah, 4.
1 Atleti, 1 Man United.
See,
When do you think that Man United will get one?
huh?
That's pretty weird when you think that Man United have got a player in there.
In the team of the decade. Oh, we had a couple of good years this decade. 2 or 3. But oh well. Alright, that was the first, hopefully the first episode of
The football
well, there's
podcast,
more
man.
to come. Football, I think.
We need a name.
I think
We need a name.
Needs a name.
We need a name. We need a logo.
Need a bit of
This is going on GemboGemster's channel, man. He's back.
Yeah, it depends on the reception to this one.
He's back.
How this one is
Episode 2 will be. We're gonna do an episode 2 because I enjoyed this.
right. Okay.
I don't care if it doesn't do good.
But this is like a little promo going up on your channel.
Yeah.
Right. So we do hope you enjoyed. We'll come back with another football discussion
Yeah.
very soon. I think it's a good one to start with.
Maybe
Team
do
of the
a
decade.
tier list or something like that.
Yeah. All right. Well.
See ya.
Have a good one, guys. See you on the other side.
This is gonna take 5 hours to save.